I hope it is an inspiration to like-minded people to step up and pitch in, to get involved in the public life of this country, and to know that a positive, optimistic, hopeful vision of public life isn't a naive dream. It can be a powerful force for change. Stephen Harper has served this country for a decade, and as with anyone who has devoted their life to this country, we thank him for his service. Lots of people are going to have lots of opinions about why we were successful. Well, for 3 years, we had a very old-fashioned strategy. We met with and talked with as many Canadians as we could, and we listened. Canadians have spoken. You want a government with a vision and an agenda for this country that is positive and ambitious and hopeful. Well, my friends, I promise you tonight that I will lead that government. That a Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian. Most of all, we defeated the idea that Canadians should be satisfied with less, that good enough is good enough, and that better just isn't possible. Well, my friends, this is Canada, and in Canada, better is always possible. Thank you. Thank you very much. Merci. Merci.
Feels like home no matter where I'm going. Yeah, it feels like.
Justin Trudeau promised that it would be early on his list to legalize marijuana if he was elected. He hasn't clarified a specified date as to when it will happen, though. This brought great support to him because under the Conservative leadership, Harper believed marijuana is infinitely worse than cigarettes. Another issue that was addressed by the Liberals was the issue on the TPP, also known as the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Trudeau addressed that Stephen Harper has been non-transparent and that the Liberals will take a long look at any deal signed before deciding whether to uphold it or not, and to make sure that the deal will be best suited for Canadians.
The Liberal Party of Canada strongly supports free trade, as this is how we open markets to Canadian goods and services, grow Canadian businesses, create good-paying jobs, and provide choice and lower prices to Canadian consumers. The Trans-Pacific Partnership stands to remove trade barriers, widely expand free trade for Canada, and increase opportunities for our middle class and those who work hard to join it. Liberals will take a responsible approach to thoroughly examine the Trans-Pacific Partnership. If the Liberal Party of Canada earns the honor of forming a government after October the 19th, we will hold a full and open public debate in Parliament to ensure Canadians are consulted on this historic trade agreement.
Harper's not telling the truth, saying that Justin Trudeau will cancel income splitting for seniors. It's like one of those phone scams seniors get because Harper thinks we're scared.
Pension income splitting for seniors will not end under a Liberal government.
C, not true. Trudeau will also restore old age security back to 65. That's up to $30,000 more for seniors. Stephen, do I look scared to you?
It is time for Canada to put a price on carbon pollution. We will work with the provinces within 90 days of the Paris UN Climate Change Conference to establish a framework for reducing Canada's collective carbon footprint. We will invest in clean technologies. We will look to the future and develop a Canadian energy strategy that delivers security and energy conservation while investing millions in new clean tech. To create more clean jobs and investment overall, we will enhance tax measures that help all companies innovate, grow, and create jobs. The world has changed in the past 10 years. Stephen Harper doesn't get it. Now and in the future, the path to economic growth and good middle-class jobs is through strong environmental policy. We've got to act now. We can create clean jobs, grow our economy, and protect our environment by working together. Not just different leadership, better leadership. not just a new team, a stronger team, because real change means a new plan for Canada. Sunny ways, my friends, sunny ways. This is what positive politics can do. It's time for a change in this country, my friends, a real change.
Trudeau won based on the fact that he made promises to Canada that people wanted to hear. He knew what his people really wanted compared to Stephen Harper. This will be the second time for Canada to be led by a Trudeau, as the 43-year-old Liberal leader follows in his footsteps of his father, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, who served as Prime Minister for almost 16 years before retiring in 1984. Trudeau states, "Sunny ways, my friends, sunny ways." Trudeau told his enthusiastic supporters in Montreal. This is what positive politics can do. His ads helped him win because, as he stated, he did not like talking poorly of his other competitors. But this said, he stayed positive the entire time. You can see this in these 3 ads.
This place belongs to all Canadians. It belongs to you. But after a decade in power, Stephen Harper thinks it belongs to him. So now, this place is broken. Today, I'm presenting a real plan to fix it. Thomas Mulcair wants us to spend years wrangling over the Constitution. But I know Harper and his government are the problem. And the way to fix this place is to change the government, not the Constitution. Replace this government with a better one. That's what real change starts with. Our plan creates a truly transparent and open government that will put an end to the secrecy and scandals of the Harper decade. Of course, it will reform the Senate, but it will also do much, much more. After all, Harper broke a lot more than just the Senate during his decade in office. Our plan will modernize government and bring it into the 21st century. We'll open this place up so you can see what's going on, hold us accountable, and contribute more directly to what happens here. We'll shift power away from the back rooms to make sure your MP will be your voice here in Ottawa instead of Harper's voice in your community. We'll fund, support, and respect scientists and researchers so they can develop the solutions that we all need. We'll replace the Unfair Elections Act with reforms that encourage all Canadians to vote, especially young Canadians, and that make those votes count. But most of all, real change means we'll give our Parliament, our government, and our democracy back to you. Come to realchange.ca to find out how we'll do it and how you can help. Something has changed since we were growing up in Canada. Because when we were growing up, it seemed like the sky was the limit. We need to restore that optimism, restore fairness to the middle class. I'm proud to be sharing with you today 2 important elements of our plan. We'll cut the middle class income tax rate by 7%, dropping it from 22 to 20.5%. That's a $3 billion tax break in the pockets of those who need it most. Second, we're going to give more help to middle-class parents with the high cost of raising kids. Our new Canada Child Benefit will be simple, meaningful, monthly, and tax-free. Mr. Harper can't afford to do this, but we can. We can because our plan is progressive. We can do more for the people who need it by doing less for the people who don't. It's time to give every Canadian a real and fair chance to succeed, because when the middle class is strong, growing, and successful, so is Canada.
Ready for? I'm not ready to stand by as our economy slides into recession.
Not ready to watch hard-working Canadians lose jobs or fall further behind. I am ready to do what my opponents won't. Ask our wealthiest to pay more tax so our middle class can pay less. I'll lead this country with a new plan for our economy that works not just for the few, but for everyone. I'm ready to bring real change to Ottawa.
Some interesting resumes we have here. Let's talk about Justin.
You are marvelous.
I see he's included his picture. Let's start with the experience section. Nothing about balancing a budget or making a payroll.
Didn't he say budgets balance themselves?
Nothing is impossible!
And what does the experience section say about keeping us safe?
Well, he wants to send winter jackets to Syria.
Do it! Just do it!
Like that will stop ISIS?
You need the Katana Samurai sword.
He's like a celebrity. He says things before thinking them through.
You think we could fall in love on the internet?
So what are his policies?
Legalizing marijuana. Is that the biggest problem we have to solve?
Feeling genuinely upset.
He has some growing up to do.
Every time I see a man on a motorbike, I think it's my dad.
And he says he's going to cancel income splitting for families.
I guess pension splitting for seniors is next.
I don't think any of us understand. Maybe you do.
So when has he ever had to make a tough choice?
People, being prime minister is not an entry-level job.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
I'm not saying no forever, but not now.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
Nice hair though.
His body looks glorious as it shivers in the wind.
Justin Trudeau. He's just not ready.
No! What are you waiting for? Do it!